Hey, welcome to Mistake Man. A few days ago, I went to the Rocky Mountain Hobby Expo. I had a great time. I really enjoyed seeing all the awesome models, all the amazing talent on display. I walked through and recorded pretty much everything, and this is what you see here. So, I invite you to join me, and let's take a look at these great models. This is the judges table where the judges and other event people who put the event on get to display their models. A few of these I remember seeing from last year, but there's some new stuff as well. I'm going to offer a little bit of commentary as I go through here, but I'm not going to try and talk through the whole thing. But just every once in a while I might have something to say about some of the models that you see. This show has a really great mix of a bunch of different subjects. It's definitely a lot of armor and a lot of aircraft. Obviously those are very popular subjects, so you'd expect to see a lot of that. But there's a good mix of other stuff too. There's a handful of Gundam, some interesting sci-fi subjects. Not a whole lot of Star Trek or Star Wars, but there was some of that. A decent amount of figure painting. There were also a lot of really great dioramas. And quite a few automotive subjects as well. Some really cool ones. I'd say there's a good variety of interesting subjects at this show. So on the tables, each modeler is given a section of a table that they display all of their models in that section. So they're not like broken out by category or subject or anything. They're broken out by each individual modeler. And the modeler's name is on display. And a little card of information about each model. This modeler had some really interesting concept planes, and like that FedEx plane. I don't think that's a real plane. From what I remember from reading from the information card, it's kind of a concept or an imaginary plane. And then this one, of course, the double B-52 is pretty awesome. Armor's not really my thing, but it's always fun to see all the fun and interesting ways that the modelers display their pieces, make the bases interesting, and tell a story. Really like this army. It's really well done. I love the color scheme, and Mahler just did a fantastic job with the details. Really impressive work. I liked this one. It was unique. Ukrainian Air Force, MiG-29. That's an interesting subject. Love the metallic finish on this model. So great. And that parachute on the SR-71, fantastic. You usually see a few SR-71s at a show like this, but that's a cool way to display it. And if I remember correctly from reading the information card next to the model, the display base was designed to look like a runway that was like motion blurred because, it's landing at high speed. Really cool idea. Kind of unfortunate that it's so hard to see this model with the glare off of the display case. It's really an amazing piece. Love the detail on this little truck. Remnants of straw in the bed. So cool. Love the paint job on this Ghost King. Here's a few great examples of some pretty fun automotive subjects. I really liked this rusty, muddy beater. This F86 is really cool. Love the display base and the little seam around it. Looks absolutely frigid. I really like the plants they added to the display base on this one. This modeler had some exquisite examples of figure painting. I think the black backdrop on here is kind of throwing off my camera's exposure setting, so it's really not doing justice to the beauty of these displays here. The colors were very vibrant in person. It's truly something to see. I thought we had a pretty decent showing of younger modelers that were putting their works on display, so it was really fun to see that. This model won several awards. It was voted for People's Choice, won that award. Some kind of scratch-built kit bash monstrosity. It was really impressive in person. This was one of my personal favorites. I love the Naboo fighter converted into a racer or something. Really cool idea. I was really impressed with this A10. Really fantastic work. I was impressed by how tiny these are. Did a really great work on a subject so small. I really like the display of these models. In a derelict condition, it's a really unique way to display a model. It's really cool. I really love this dragon diorama. The dragon just looks amazing, and the whole scene around it is just fantastic. This is like a 2D relief. It's not completely flat. It's got some relief to it, but that painting on that is fantastic. Love this robot. So cool. think it was this dinosaur that won Best in Show award. Really amazing work. This is another one of my favorites. Wharf on the Holodeck, I think is what it was called. Using like a Gundam type model, a Gunpla model in a Star Trek setting. Loved it. I loved the colors on these figures. They really popped. They were really vibrant. They looked really great. That's a great way to display the Romulan bird of prey. Just kind of banking to the side so you can see that artwork on the bottom. This Enterprise was really awesome. He had it lit up at the start of the show, but it was turned off by the time I was filming it. But yeah, he had all the lights, all the bells and whistles, the lights blinking, and the Bassard spinners going and everything. It looked really great. Really liked this little display. I guess it's from a video game. I'm not familiar with the game, but I just love the kind of forced perspective and just how tiny it is. Really cool idea. And this one, despite being so small, is just such a tiny model, but it's really cool. I really love the look of this army. The color scheme and just the detail and the level of workmanship was just fantastic. This Black Hawk was exquisite. Really fantastic work on this one. I thought the autumn leaves on this base were a nice touch. This is another one of my favorites. It was really well done. Really enjoyed the color on these figures. Just that dark bronze armor and with the kind of metallic greens. Really cool look. I'm not much of a car guy, but this modeler had some really cool vehicles on display. Really like incredible detail, really awesome work, and just like interesting subjects, I thought. Not your usual fare. This one was really interesting, a Ukrainian Navy drone. I've never seen a model like that before, so it's cool to see. Not much of a tank guy, but I think I'd like to build an M1 one of these days. And these tanks were huge. I'd never seen tanks in that scale before. This one was kind of sad. You don't usually see war dioramas with the dead soldier in them, so it's kind of powerful. It stood out to me. This display is by another modeler who runs a YouTube channel called Hammerhead Model Making, and you can see videos of most, if not all, of these models that he's got on his channel. I'm a subscriber. I watch his videos. They're great. Recommend you check him out. I'll put a link in the description to his channel. He did a walkthrough video of the show as well. He also has some interviews with some of the modelers, and he actually interviewed me about my Voyager. So if you want to go see that, you can check out his video. This modeler did some amazing work, and I really like this MiG-21. I don't see a lot of those. This car was at the show last year, and the paint job is really cool. It's a really great idea to put those spotlights on the model so you can see that color shifting effect going on there. I was worried the camera wouldn't pick it up, but it looks like it's getting it just fine. Really like this MiG-15. And yes, those markings are wrong, and it was intentional. I read on the card that it was part of a wrong markings group build. This camel scheme on this tank is really interesting. I've never seen anything like that. I thought this model was really interesting. I've never seen this display of a model that's just a cockpit and an ejection seat. Really cool idea. I liked it. I loved this model. It's such an interesting way to display a model. It's so cool. Another great example of an A10. Definitely on my list of models to build someday. I thought this display base was great. It's just kind of a way to punch up a little Bandai Star Wars model. Really cool idea. A couple more gigantic tanks. Love the idea for this display. So creative. couple of really cool figures here. I think this is a ring wraith from the Bakshi Lord of the Rings animated film. Really cool. This was a really interesting, cool little model. I've never seen an underwater dinosaur displayed as a model before. Really cool. Now, this was one of my favorite displays in the whole show. One of the younger modelers clearly built this out of just materials they could find to hand, and they did amazing work. She won an award for the most creative subject for this duck wizard piece, and this was my favorite. Duck in bubbles, using clear marbles for giant bubbles. I loved it. Brought a huge smile to my face. Don't think I've ever seen a model of a snowplow. This is a really cool, interesting subject. I like the little road atlas that's on the passenger seat of this car. It's a nice touch. This modeler only had one piece, but as you can see, really fantastic work. This piece was really cool and unique. An Imperial probe droid hyperspace pod that I believe is scratch built, and I think the note said it was still in progress. Look at the ocean waves shimmer on that base. Really great work. Some incredible dioramas by this modeler. I could spend hours just looking at all the little details in these. And here are my models. I have a soft spot in my heart for P-47s. It's the first model I ever built. And a beautiful P-38. It's another kit on my to-build list. This modeler does amazing work. He won awards this year and he won several awards last year. And you can see why. It's pretty incredible. I'm not really doing these models justice with my filming here. There's such an incredible amount of detail in the cockpits of these aircraft. And that's the show. Thanks everyone for watching. If any of your models were in the show, just please let me know in the comments below. Thanks everyone.